kids, where are you? It's time for all the art to tell stories.
Blaze, a young dragon with shimmering red scales and fiery golden eyes, lived in the Misty Peaks, a towering mountain range blanketed by clouds. Though his life was peaceful, Blaze felt restless. He longed for adventure and a chance to prove himself beyond the cozy warmth of his family's lair. Blaze, patience is the mark of a wise dragon, his mother often said. Your time to shine will come. But patience was not Blaze's strength. As he practiced his fiery breath on the cliffs, he imagined himself battling mighty foes or saving the day in some grand way. One morning, Blaze noticed something unusual. Far in the distance, the sun's rays glinted off a patch of ice on the mountainside, a sight rare in the usually warm Misty Peaks. Intrigued, Blaze decided to investigate. Blaze soared toward the glimmering light, the wind rushing past his wings. When he arrived, he discovered a massive cavern entrance encased in thick, glittering ice. The ice shimmered with a strange magical hue, almost as if it were alive. As Blaze approached, he felt an odd chill. It wasn't the typical cold of ice, but something deeper, more unnatural. He blew a puff of warm air at the entrance, but the ice remained untouched. Who trapped this place? Blaze muttered, his claws tracing the frozen barrier. Suddenly, he heard a faint sound, a muffled cry for help. Pressing his ear against the ice, Blaze realized there were creatures trapped inside. Their voices were faint, but filled with desperation. Blaze returned to his family's lair and shared what he had seen. His father, an elder dragon named Ignis, grew grave. The Crystal Cavern, Ignis said. It is a place of legend. Long ago, an ancient frost spell sealed it, trapping any who wandered too close. Only a dragon's flame can melt such ice, but it requires more than strength. It requires balance, control of one's fire. Blaze's mother looked at him worriedly. You are still young, Blaze. This task is dangerous. I can do it, Blaze insisted. I've practiced my flame every day. I can free them. After some hesitation, Ignis nodded. If you choose this path, you must seek the wisdom of the Flameheart Stone. It will teach you the control you need. Blaze embarked on his journey to the Flameheart Stone, a mystical relic hidden deep within the heart of the mountains. Along the way, he encountered various challenges: a sudden rockslide, narrow cliffs, and fierce winds that tested his endurance. In one narrow pass, Blaze encountered a family of phoenixes struggling to shield their nests from the wind. Using his wings and fire, he created a protective barrier for them. Thank you, young dragon, said the phoenix mother. The Flameheart Stone rewards those with selflessness. Remember, fire is not just for destruction, but also for protection. Blaze felt a flicker of understanding. Fire wasn't just power, it was responsibility. When Blaze reached the Flameheart Stone, it pulsed with a warm, radiant glow. As he approached, the stone spoke, its voice deep and resonant. Why have you come, young dragon? To learn control, Blaze replied. I must melt the ice of the Crystal Cavern and save those trapped inside. Control comes from understanding your fire, the stone said. You must feel its heat, but not let it consume you. Show me your balance. The stone emitted a series of challenges. Blaze had to use his flame to light a delicate torch without burning its base, melt a thin sheet of ice without harming the flower frozen within, and warm an egg without cracking its shell. At first, Blaze struggled, his fiery breath either too strong or too weak. But as he practiced, he learned to sense the nuances of his power, adjusting his flame with precision. When he succeeded, the Flameheart Stone glowed brightly. You have proven yourself worthy. Go, and let your fire bring life to those in need. Blaze returned to the Crystal Cavern, his heart steady and his mind focused. He began by breathing gently on the ice, warming it layer by layer. The magical frost resisted at first, shimmering angrily, but Blaze persisted. As the ice began to melt, the trapped creatures slowly came into view. There were birds, foxes, and even a small family of trolls, all frozen in mid-motion, their eyes wide with hope. Blaze worked tirelessly, pacing himself to avoid exhaustion. Hours passed, but he didn't stop until the last layer of ice cracked and shattered. The creatures stumbled out, shivering but alive. "You saved us!" a young fox cried, his tail wagging with joy. As the creatures celebrated, a shadow fell over the cavern. A figure emerged, a tall, cloaked sorcerer with a staff of ice. "So, the dragon breaks my spell," the sorcerer sneered. "Do you think this is over?" Blaze stepped forward, his chest puffed out. "Your frost has no place here. Leave these mountains." The sorcerer laughed and unleashed a wave of icy magic. Blaze countered with his flame, but this time he used the lessons of the Flameheart Stone. Instead of attacking recklessly, he focused his fire, directing it precisely to counter the sorcerer's magic. The battle raged, but Blaze's balanced approach overwhelmed the sorcerer. With a final burst of flame, Blaze shattered the sorcerer's staff, breaking his power. The creatures Blaze saved spread word of his bravery, and soon dragons and villagers alike came to honor him. Elder dragons praised his mastery of fire, and the freed creatures called him their hero. Blaze, however, remained humble. He returned to his family's lair, where his parents greeted him with pride. "You've proven yourself, Blaze," Ignis said. "But remember, true strength lies not in what you destroy, but in what you protect." Blaze nodded, the words resonating deeply. Blaze continued to grow, not just in size, but in wisdom. He became known as the guardian of the Misty Peaks, a dragon who used his fire not for destruction, but to bring warmth and life to those in need. And on quiet evenings, when the sun set over the mountains, Blaze would sit by the now thawed Crystal Cavern, listening to the laughter of the creatures he had saved, his heart full of pride and peace. If you like our stories, please like, subscribe, and turn on the little bell, so you won't miss exciting stories every day. You are also welcome to share it with family and friends to listen to the story together. Love you.